All right. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, so we are doing the Yang Family Essential Form. So let's take a moment. We're just going to go through a wellness exercise here, get ourselves a little bit warmed up. Take a moment, come into your prepare stance, feet shoulders width apart. Remember, perfectly straight. Let's just take a moment and run through our checklist. We'll do a slight warm up and then we'll get going. Waist is relaxed, so that lower back is tucked slightly, leveling out our hips. Fingertips brush the sides of your thighs, a little bit of space underneath the arm. Head lifting up, shoulders down. Let's rotate those palms facing back, and then inhale, lift the arms up, shoulder height, shoulder width. Upper arms go down, forearms, and then palms till they sit in front of your hips. So we inhale and we come up. Exhale and sink down. So feel that wave moving through the body. We're standing up, arms are up, and then we press down. I just want you to let go for a moment. Feel that weight moving through your legs, sinking down. I want you to focus on feeling heavy through your legs, light and airy through your arms, because that's what we're going to bring into our Tai Chi practice today. Couple more rounds here. Just feeling that flow, connecting the mind, the body, and the breath. Letting go of wherever you were before class to be present in this moment in time. We say it starts in our legs, moves through our waist and spine and out through the fingers. We're just letting that energy flow. 2 more breaths here. Last one. Sinking down and then returning to that original position. So standing up, arms to the side. Swinging for a few breaths, just turn from that middle body, let the arms swing. Just letting go, feeling that movement come from the torso, controlling out to the arms. Palm strikes the lower back. And we'll slowly start to ease off, just giving ourselves a slight warm up before we get started today. Nice and slow, we come back to center. All right, so last week we finished up on push, okay? So this is the grasping the bird's tail sequence. We're gonna practice a couple of times before we get into our new movement today. So I'm gonna turn and face the other direction so that we all move in the same way. Remember, we're gonna start in that prepare position. So feet, shoulders width apart, perfectly straight, just like that wellness exercise. We're gonna run through our checklist. Head lifting up, shoulders down, little bit of space under the arms, fingertips brush the sides of your thighs, and relax that lower back. Slight bend in the knees. Feel that weight centered in your foot. All right, moving through the form, opening, rotate the arms, lift them up to shoulder height and shoulder width. Now upper arms go down, then the forearms and the palms till they sit in front of your hips. Shift your weight to the left. Turn and open on your right heel. Reach that right arm out on top, left arm bends underneath, step straight out. Ward off left. Lift that left arm up, press down with the right palm, and the hand ends up by your hip. Shift to your right. Turn everything on that left heel. Rotate both arms. Bend that right arm underneath as you step out. Hinge the right arm up, press down with the left palm, ward off right. Rotate both arms like there's a string connected, left palm to the sky, right palm seated. Shift your weight back. Turn from your waist, arms don't change very much. Take your left palm to your right forearm. Expand up and out for press. We're gonna flatten both arms and come back over a ball, sitting up your palms, and then push. Very nice. Okay. We're going to practice a few times, okay? So this next time, we're going to hit certain checkpoints, okay? So remember, we have like those Kodak moments or checkpoints where we can say, are we in the right position before we move on? And then the next time after that, we're just going to flow and we're going to let go and just move, okay? So starting in prepare. Run through that checklist in your head. I want this to become normal, so that standing like this, maybe not with the arms puffed out, but standing in this nice neutral position becomes part of your everyday life. All right, opening. Rotate your palms facing back as you start lifting up. Then we come up to shoulder height and shoulder width. Now upper arms go down, forearms, palms sit in front of your hips, fingertips point forward. First checkpoint, shift weight to your left, turn and open on your right heel. Now I want you to look down at your right foot. Is it 45 degrees? Very important. We're setting up our back foot here, so 45 degrees off of your left foot. Right hand's a little bit close to your thigh. Left hand's going to be out in front a little bit, and torso has turned. Next one, sink your weight, reach out with that right arm, left arm bends underneath, and we step out to 12 o'clock. Now check, I'm going to turn, don't move. Right arm's reaching out, left arm's bent underneath, okay? And we're reaching to 12 o'clock. Now turn your torso, lift that left arm up, press down with the right arm. Check in with your left leg. Is it open? So here we're not leaning. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Right hand by your hip, and that left arm, we have one line, shoulder, elbow, and wrist straight out. Next move, ward off right. Shift some weight back. Now turn everything at once on your left heel, leg, waist, arms, all turn together. Take a moment and look at your feet. Are they both facing the same direction? Our left foot is now going to be our back foot. Now we're going to rotate our left palm facing down, our right fingertips point down as we shift our weight to the left. Next, we're going to bend that right arm underneath, left palms on top, out in front. Check, nice hinged right arm, left arm extended. Remember, our weight is in the back here, so we're not forward yet. We're back in our leg. And now that right arm's going to hinge up, and you're going to press down with the left palm. Elbow and knee should be in line here. Torso is turned open, and we're looking dead ahead. Next move, roll back. Rotate both arms, turn from your waist. So your arms are going to go to the corner. Right palm is seated, left palm is facing the sky, and your fingers point to the center of your right forearm. Our torso is to the straight direction. Now you're just going to shift your weight back, turn from your waist, and the arms go to your left corner. Touch the left palm, the center of your right forearm. We're close into our bodies here, weight back. Now expand up and out for press. Check here again, elbow and knee should be in line, torso slightly open. Now we're going to flatten both arms, square up the shoulders. Come back, palms are straight, and then over the ball till they sit up. Remember, not too low, chest level, and now push to shoulder height. Check with your palms, we're not flat, we're not knife edge, almost like you're holding a small ball. Release. How do we do? Good? Okay. Now I want you to do it, and I just want you to flow, okay? So there's a lot of details with Yang Family Tai Chi. Remember, this is coming direct from the family to me, to you. So we want to work on these details. We want to understand the meaning so it all connects together, but I also want you to let go and just feel the flow and enjoy your Tai Chi practice, okay? So let's do it again from prepare. I just want you to flow and just move and feel that just energy of Tai Chi. All right, rotate and lift, opening, float the arms up. And now just let them float down. Shift left and turn to your right. Right arm reaches out as you sink down and step. Lift that left arm, press down with the right palm. Shift to your right, turn on your left heel. Rotate both arms, right arm bends underneath, step out. Lift that right arm up, ward off right. Rotate both arms to the corner. Shift back, turning from your waist, arms to the other corner. Touch your forearm with the left palm. Expand out for press. Flatten the arms. Come back over that ball, sit up the palms, and then push. Shoulder height, shoulder width. Great. Okay. Do we have any questions? All right, I'm going to show you today's movement from two different angles. This is called parting the wild horse's mane. This movement is off angle, so we're going to break it down and we're really going to work on our footwork. So just watching one time, okay, from push, we're going to shift. We're going to do a big circle, and then we're going to turn from our waist, parting the wild horse's mane. Okay, I'm going to do it from this direction too, just so you can see everything. And then we're going to break it down, okay? So we're in our push. We're going to shift and turn. Move that weight forward. Big circle with the arms. And then we're going to turn from our waist, parting the wild horse's mane, okay? So let's break down the legs first and then the arms, okay? The most important thing to remember is when we have a bow stance, no matter which direction we're going, be that straight, okay, or to the corner, or in this particular move, slightly off of corner, so we're less than corner, we're still going to have two lines between our feet, right? So we're always going to have, if we turn our back foot to straight, we always want to have two lines between our feet. And when I say turn your back foot to straight, I mean turn your back foot to match the direction of your front foot, okay? So if I'm facing the camera, I still have two lines. If I'm going to the corner direction, if I turn this foot to match, I still have two lines, okay? This is what we need to work on today, all right? So we're starting to the 3 o'clock direction if we were looking at a clock. So sink into your left leg, and we're going to step out for a bow stance. Normal bow stance to the straight direction. All right. Now we're going to shift some weight back so that we can turn and open our right toes just a little bit. Okay. So we have straight and then we have 45 degrees. We want to be in between those two. Now, when we pour our weight forward, we're actually going to step to the side direction. So we're not going to step to corner. We're not going to step forward to straight. We're stepping in between. This is where it gets a little bit difficult. So you want to make sure that if you turn your back foot to the less than corner direction, we still have that two lines between your feet, okay? Now I want you to pause for a moment. I want you to face your screen. I'm going to mirror you, and I just want you to mirror what I'm doing so we can understand what this direction is, okay? You're going to sink into your left leg, okay? So sink into, have it to a normal straight direction. You're looking at your cameras, okay? Shift your weight to your right. Turn and open your left foot 45 degrees, okay? Now step straight out towards your screen. Normal bow stance, right? Okay, I want you to mirror me for a second. Shift your weight back, open up your right toes, 45 degrees. Move forward and step out straight. Okay, this we know very well, right? So this is straight, okay? Now I want you to reset it, step back, okay? So normal bow stance, right foot is forward to straight. Now say we wanted to go to the corner, okay? This foot is already in the straight position. So we would shift our weight and we would step straight to the corner direction, 45 degrees. So our left foot is to 45 degrees and we're moving forward. Are you following here? Okay, so we have our straight to the screen, we have our corner. Now we're gonna find that in-between direction, okay? So you're gonna come back to your bow stance, right leg is forward. You're gonna shift some weight back and you're gonna open those toes just a little bit. So remember, we're not going 45 degrees. We're not staying straight. You're gonna shift that weight forward And now you're not stepping towards your screen. You're not stepping all the way to the corner. I want you to step in between. Okay. Now check your foot direction. Look at your left foot. Make sure it's not 45 degrees. It's definitely not to straight, right? It's in between. And now you're going to shift your weight forward like a normal bow stance. So if you turn your back foot to match the front foot direction, we still have 2 lines between the feet, okay? Now I know, trust me, this is a slightly confusing stance, especially over the internet, right? Instead of in person. We're gonna do our best. And the more your understanding of Tai Chi deepens, the easier this will get, okay? So now that we found that in-between stance, we're gonna do it to the normal direction, okay? So we're gonna turn to the side, sink into that left leg, and we're gonna step out with the right leg, okay? So now from here, just like before, we're going to shift back enough weight that we can open up those right toes just a little bit. Remember, not 45, just a little bit. Now pour that weight in. Remember to turn from your waist to make it easier. Stepping out, not straight, not corner, in between, and then move that weight forward. Okay, now check. Turn your right foot to the same direction as your left. Do you have 2 lines for your feet? How did we do? Good? Okay. Remember, this is hard, okay? This is one of the hardest movements because of the stance work. The arms are going to be a little bit easier. So let's do it again. Sink into that left leg. Okay, nice starting bow stance, stepping straight out. Move your weight forward. Okay, shift enough weight back that you can open up those right toes just a little bit. Pour that weight in. Shift forward, and now step out, not straight, not corner, in between, move forward, bow stance. Remember, if you turn those right toes, we still have shoulder width apart stance. Are we doing good? Do we have any questions on the stance work? Okay. So it's just a normal bow stance, but it's to a little bit of a different direction, okay? So now the arms, okay? So we're gonna go from push, and we're going to make a big circle with our arms, okay? So we know this movement very well, right? We know this open and close of the arms. We've done this quite a few times, okay? In our practice, in our foundations and beginners classes, we've done this open and close. So this is what we're going to use today, all right? So the first thing we want to talk about is our torso, right? We're starting with our stance and we're starting to straight. Remember that as we open up our foot, we're going to turn our torso, and then we're going to actually turn back so that our torso is more to the straight direction, okay? So for the arms, we're in push, okay? I'm going to show you together first, and then we're going to break it down. As we turn our torso, our left arm's going to reach out a little bit, and our right palm comes down, okay? Then our arms are going to open up. So you're going to make them really big. You're going to open up those arms, and you're going to bring that left arm underneath in that closed position. Beautiful. And then we're going to do the parting the wild horse's mane. So we're going to turn from our waist, and our right palm is going to pass over the forearm, and our left palm is going to face the sky, and our right hand is going to be by our hip, okay? So let's now break it down that we've seen it up close, okay? So the right arm, it's going to come down, okay? And then it's going to reach out on top. Then it's just going to pull down to your hip. Nice, okay? So remember that feeling of sitting on a table? This should always feel the same. Like if I say your hand is sitting by your hips, It should always feel that exact same way. Okay, so from push with your torso, you're going to turn that torso and it pulls your arm down a little bit. You're going to open up that arm and you're going to close it on top. Perfect. Now you're just pulling down to your hip. So just pull down. Oh, great. Okay. So the meaning of the right arm is you're grabbing and then you're pulling into or pulling down. Okay. So we want to be really clear about that. So from our push, we turn our waist, we come back on top, and then it's actually going to be turn and open. We're going to turn and open as it comes down. Perfect. Okay. So now the left arm. Remember true Tai Chi fashion, right? So we just learned our right arm's going down. What's going to happen with that left? It's going to reach out. Okay. And then it's going to come underneath. So what do we need to be aware of here? Okay. So when we do this coming underneath, I'm going to look towards you for 1 second. This is not mirroring. This is just the normal thing. I want you to keep space in your arm. Okay. Yes. Perfect. Okay. So left arm. As we turn, we're going to reach out a little bit. Then we're going to use that Wild West arm for a second. Then the palm's going to face the sky. Perfect. Now from here, we want to think that we're using the center of our forearm here, and we're going to turn from our waist and come up. Okay. So here we would like to have the shoulder and elbow in line, the fingertips no higher than your sight or your head level. Okay. So we don't want to reach too high. Okay. But we do want to extend out. We don't want to have a very bent arm. So we want to extend a little bit. Okay. And we're imagining that we're using the center of the forearm here to control our opponent or come in towards the ribs. Or a lot of the times with this movement, it's not shown in the form, but it's going to be more of a shoulder strike or a shoulder lift. Okay. So let's just do that left arm again. So it's out in front. It's going to open up a little bit, come out, and then make a big circle and come underneath so that palm is facing up. And then as we turn from our waist, that arm is going to come up. Yes. Okay. When we're in the final posture, our arm and our leg are going to be going to the exact same direction. Okay. So we don't want to be turned too much or too little. What we're going to use as our lining up is that our arm and leg are going to the same direction. Okay. So now let's try to put both arms together. So we're in push. Okay. Perfect. One forward, one back. Great. Now open up the arms. Left arm comes underneath. Right arm's on top. Perfect. Now remember that right arm's coming down. As it comes down, it's going to pass over the center of your forearm and then keep coming down to your hip. So again, this arm is extended nice and long, and this palm is sitting by your hip. Okay. So remember, left palm turns towards the sky. Nice. Okay. Let's do it a few times. Let's really work through this. Okay. So from push, reaching forward and back, big circle, left arm comes underneath, right arm's on top. Perfect. Now, right palm pushes down and we keep turning. So check left palm to the sky, right hand by your hip. Yes. Okay. Again, from push. Okay. Turn from your waist. Moves the arms. Big circle. We're going to close those arms. And then turning to open them. Okay, last thing, where are we looking, right? So where's our attention? We're looking forward. We're going to stay looking forward. Then we're actually going to turn and we're going to look over this arm. Now we're going to turn and our attention comes back to our left arm. Okay, let's do it again. Push. Reaching forward and back a little. Big circle. Close the arms. And then turn from your waist to open them. Yes, hand by your hip, left palm towards the sky, arm extended high. Parting the wild horse's mane, okay? So now let's try to put it together, okay? We're gonna hit some checkpoints. Remember, we're gonna combine the legs and the arms and see those in-between movements. So we're starting in push, sinking into that left leg, stepping out, okay? Nice push position, all right? So we're going to shift our weight back and we're going to start turning and opening those arms as we open up our foot. Okay, so this is number one. Now we're going to open up our arms as we shift forward. Keep opening. Now close them. And the arms are fully closed when we step out. Okay, so this is our big checkpoint here, is we're close the arms, left palms underneath, right arms on top. Weight is still in your right leg here, and we've stepped out. Now shifting your weight forward, remember, we're still gonna lean into it. Turn from your waist, open up the arms, parting the wild horse's mane. So now you can see that torso is still kind of open, almost to straight. We're not turned completely to our foot. We're more to straight. Right hand clearly sitting by your hip. Left arm extended and check. Arm and leg in line, and we're looking to this direction. Okay, now let's do it again. Let's do it quite a few times, okay? So from push, nice starting position. Remember, you can always check, make sure, can you pick up? It's going to be important as we move forward. Shift back, the arms change. Pour that weight in. Big circle with the arms as you close and step out. Now turn from your waist, leading those arms. Yes, doing good. Okay. Do we have any questions right now? We're going to practice this a lot. This is a harder movement. All right, let's do it. Okay. So from push, and we're just going to keep practicing a few times, and then we're going to combine it together, okay? So always remember, you see me setting up really quickly. I've been practicing for many years. Make sure we have a really good starting position because it does affect that weight transfer into the next move. So we're going from push into parting the wild horse's mane. Shift your weight back, turn from your waist, arms change. Open up the arms, big circle. Right arm on top, left arm underneath. We step out and we're looking over that right shoulder, okay? Now from here, shift your weight, turn from your waist. Big movement, parting the wild horse's mane. Okay, check here, right hand by your hip. The big thing that we see here is that the arm will be back here. We really want to make sure it's in front of your hip, in front of your body. Next thing is a lot of the times we won't see the arm turned enough. We want that left palm towards the sky. We don't want to be too high, but we want to extend a little bit. Now, check arm and leg in line. Now relax the arms. Check your footwork. How did you do? Okay, so our left foot is not to 45 degrees. It's a little bit less. And if we turn our right foot, do we still have the two lines between our feet? Hardest thing to do right there. Yes? Okay. All right, let's do it again. From push to parting the wild horse's mane. Beautiful starting position. All right, shift back, separate the arms. Big circle, close the arms and step out. Now turn from your waist, open up the arms and press down with that right hand. Let's do it again. We'll run through the checkpoints this time, okay? So remember, we have kind of a system. Start with the legs, talk about the waist, out to the arms, and then check in between, okay? Push, nice starting position. Remember, shoulder height, palms are slightly turned in, head lifting up, looking out. Shift your weight back, arms separate, forward and back. Now we get that big circle. Then that left arm comes underneath as we step out. Now I want you to check, do we have space? Are we reaching out, right? We want to be reaching out in front. We want to have that space from the center of our body out to our left arm. Left palm facing up, right palm facing down, and our weight is fully in the right leg. It should be burning for a second right now, okay? Because you have so much weight. You're just connected with that left foot. Now from here, turn from your waist. So see how the torso is to this direction? Turn your waist. Open up the arms. Now check again. Right hand is in front of your hip, not behind. In front. Left palm facing the sky, arm in line with that leg direction. We're looking towards that left arm. And then drop the arms. If you turn your right foot, do we have the two lines between our feet? Yes. I love seeing you check, okay? This is really important to our Tai Chi practice. Remember, we're here in class, we're learning. So we want to make sure that we're doing it to the best of our ability, okay? Every day is going to change. Our balance is going to change. The strength in our legs is going to change. But what we can do is heal our bodies through proper alignment. So I want you to take the time and check in every movement, okay? Let's try and put this all together now from prepare all the way through opening, grasping the bird's tail into parting the wild horse's mane, okay? So moving together, let's take a moment. Coming into prepare, shoulders width apart, deep breath, run through your checklist here for a moment. Head lifting up, shoulders down, waist relaxed. Nice soft knees, little piece of fruit under your arms. Let those arms float up as we come into opening, shoulder height and shoulder width. Upper arms go down, forearms, and then palms till they sit in front of your hips. Shift your weight to the left. Turn on your right heel. Right arm reaches out in front, left arm comes underneath, and we step out. Left arm lifts up, right palm pushes down, torso's vertical. Shift your weight back. Turn everything on that left heel. Rotate both arms, left palm faces down, right arm bends underneath as we step out. Hinge the right arm up. Press down with the left palm. Now rotate both arms to the corner direction. Right palm sits, left palm faces the sky. Shift your weight back, turn from your waist to the other corner. Left palm to right forearm. Expand out for press. Flatten both arms. Come back over that ball, sit up the palms, not too low, and then push to shoulder height and shoulder width apart. Shift some weight back. Turn from your torso, arms separate. Big circle with the arms. Left arm underneath, right arm on top. Now turn from your waist, open the arms. Parting the wild horse's mane. Right hand to the hip, left palm to the sky. That kind of awkward off bow stance. So this is the only movement in both the traditional long form and all of the short forms. Well, there's a different short form, but in this short form and the traditional long form that has this movement that is not to straight or to corner. So everything else that you will encounter will either be to straight or it will be to the corner. It will not be in this off stance, okay? So know that this is not something that we see very often. but they like to throw us a curveball right in the beginning of the form, okay? Are we feeling good about this? All right, let's just keep practicing. So remember, with Tai Chi, we want to keep that energy flowing. We want to keep moving. Each week, we're just going to keep adding on one movement. Your goal is 5 minutes a day, okay? If you practice this maybe 3 times this little set, you would have completed your 5 minutes and you'd be ingraining this form into your daily practice, all right? So let's do it again. Shoulders width apart. Always a nice starting position. Head lifting up, shoulders down. Deep breath, release any tension you might feel in the body. And then rotate and lift. Let the arms float up. I want you to feel light and airy through the arms. Let them float back down. Shift to your left. Turn on that right heel. Sink down, nice and heavy in the legs so we can be light in the arms as you step out. Left arm lifts, right palm presses down. Shift your weight to the right. Remember, everything turns. Legs, waist, arms all move together. Rotate both arms. Left palm down. Right arm bends underneath as we step out. Hinge that right arm up. Press down with that left palm, always over the center of the forearm. Rotate both arms to your right corner. Right palm seated, left palm to the sky. Shift your weight back. Turn from your waist. Roll back. Left palm to right forearm. Expand up and out for press. Flatten both arms. The palms stay pretty flat as we bend at the elbows. Then they sit up in front of your chest and then go up to shoulder height. Shift back. Separate the arms. Big circle with the arms. Left arm underneath, right arm on top. Remember, as you turn, the right palm passes over the left forearm, parting the wild horse's mane. Okay. Are we seeing the similarities here? So ward off left, the first movement that we really do, passing over the center of the forearm. Okay. Ward off right, the next movement, passing over the center. So if I do it this way, passing over the center of the forearm, okay? A lot of what we're going to see is movements that we're passing over the center of the forearm, okay? I know that we're not here for martial arts, okay? But knowing the meaning helps allow us to achieve meditation because then our mind is focused on the movements and not anything else that's going on, okay? In our bodies, the forearm is an extremely strong part of the body. So instead of using our wrists or our palms, we're going to think that that passing point, if we've grabbed someone's wrist, we're going to control their arm over our forearm. Or with this one, we can think we can use our shoulder to move our opponent. We can use our shoulder, or we could use the center of the forearm to strike to our opponent's middle body. Okay, so this is the meaning here. So I just want you to be aware that whenever we're doing these movements, we really want to make sure we pass over the forearm, or here, pass over the forearm, big turn. Okay, it's going to be these similarities that make learning any of these movements a lot easier because then we'll be like, oh, we've done something like this before. Okay. So let's practice again from prepare all the way through to parting the wild horse's mane. Run through your checklist real quick. Head lifting up, shoulders down, waist relaxed, big deep breath. Let that exhale out. Float the arms up, opening. And press down. Shift left. Turn on your right heel, 45 degrees. Sink into that right leg, knee in line with the toe direction. Right palm presses down, left arm lifts. Where did we cross? center of the forearm. Shift your weight to the right, turn on your left heel. Now rotate both arms, left palm faces down, right arm bends underneath, we step out. Hinge that right arm up, left palm passes over the center of the right forearm. Now turn. Left fingers point where? Center of the forearm. Shift your weight back, turn from your waist, roll back. Left palm touches center of the right forearm. Expand up and out for press. Flatten both arms, come back over a ball, and then push. Here's our new move. Shift your weight, turn, separate the arms. Big circle, close the arms and step. Turn from your waist past the center of the forearm, parting the wild horse's mane. Right hand in front of the hip, left palm towards the sky. Remember, not back here in front. Arm in line with the leg. Release the arms, check the footwork. Knee over the ankle. Turn your right foot to the same direction as your left foot. Still shoulders width apart, right? Good. Okay. Last opportunity for questions. All right. Let's do it again before we close class for today, all right? So, one more time. From prepare. Rotate and lift. Sinking down. Shift to your left, turn on your right heel. Right arm reaches out, left arm bends underneath, stepping straight out, ward off left. Remember, nice straight left arm, right hand by your hip. Shift your weight back, turn on your left heel. Left palm faces down, right arm bends underneath, and we step straight out. Hinge that right arm up, press down with the left palm, ward off right. Rotate both arms like a string connected between them, left palm to the sky. Shift your weight back, turn from your waist, arms go to the other corner. Left palm to right forearm. Expand up and out for press. Flatten both arms. Come back over a ball, sit up the palms, and then push. All right, separate the arms, shift your weight back. Remember, less than corner, big circle with the arms. Step, turn from your waist, parting the wild horse's mane. All right, great work today. Remember, that is a difficult movement in so many ways, but each time we practice, we'll get a little bit better. All right, I hope you have a great rest of your day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again next week. Thank you.